Guys, so as promised from episode 111, I'm going to do a really quick how to install Search Console. So first you want to go to search.google.com, and when you first get here, let me see if I can pull up that exact screen. When you first get here, it's not going to look like that. So that was once we were already logged in and we have something in there. When you first get here, it's going to look like this, right? So you're going to see improve your performance, Google search, and then you're going to click start now. Now, if you've never set up a Search Console account, it's going to show a window for you to set up your first console account. You guys know I work with these a lot. So I've got my own, I've got my clients, I've got stuff already in there. So there's no way for me to show you that exact step. But the next step, so once you see that, or if you already have one or two in there, you're going to hit add property. Right? Add property is going to bring up this window here with two options. You can either do it via domain, and this is going to require you to put some verification on your site and do some other things that you may not be ready for or want to do, or you can do it via the URL prefix, which is going to use whatever you've already put into analytics, as long as you've got an analytics account. So definitely make sure you've got your Google Analytics account set up first, and then come in here, and instead of using the gray box, use the white box, right? Very, very important. I'm going to set up one of my properties that looks like it's no longer set up anymore. One of my older properties. I might have taken it out, but I'm going to try putting it back in. You must be on the same account. This is very important. You must have a Gmail account, and it does not have to be your business account. I happen to have a lot of Gmail accounts. I use one for any type of work I'm doing here in Google. So it doesn't have to be your business email or your business account, but it has to be a Gmail account. So you need to use the same Gmail account that you're using for analytics, because of course you want them to be tied together, but that's how it's going to know that you are you, and for that verification process. You also want to make sure that as you're doing this, you're using the exact address. So I sometimes go to the site, which is what I'll do now, just to make it easy for me. All right, so you want to make sure you get the exact HTTP, HTTPS, whatever it says. You want to get exactly what it says in that in the thing when you pull up the actual site. So I'm going to paste it right here, and now let's give it a try. All right, so you see that it's giving me some recommended verification methods. Again, you can do an HTML file, put that on your site, a bunch of other stuff. But what I want you guys to do is just go right here and use the Google Analytics account, right? Once you just go here, you're going to click that open. You're going to see verify. If analytics was already on this site, then I would have gotten a green light and it would have said, okay. So that's how you set it up. Once you set it up, I'm going to go into another account. I'm going to remove this property because I don't want to keep this. All right. I'm going to go into this account. All right. Another older account, so just don't want to show too many people's data, right? I want you guys to go down to sitemaps here. You see here, I already have a sitemap installed, but if I did not have a sitemap installed, I would go here and say add new sitemap. Now, your sitemap is like a map that's created by usually by either your website builder, so like if you're using WordPress and Yoast or something like that, it's going to give you a sitemap. WordPress does now have its own sitemap. I think you just have to turn it on, but that's how you get to a sitemap. And it looks like not much on the back end of the sitemap. One of the ways I usually look for sitemaps, sometimes if you just put in sitemap, it'll find the right URL for you, and sometimes it won't. Sometimes you got to put in maybe XML. So when I put in sitemap.xml, it found it for me. That's not, as you can see, it's not the same URL as I put in, but that helps it to kind of find exactly what I'm looking for. And this is what your sitemap looks like. And it's literally a map of all the links on your site. So search engines know to go and look for whatever's on that site. And that's why we use it, because it's just an easy way to tell the search engine, hey, this is what's here. You don't even have to go and look for it yourself. It makes it easy for them, which means they look at our sites and index our sites faster. So I'm going to put in this particular extension. They don't need the whole URL. So, and we're on a different account, so I'm not going to do this twice, but I'm just showing you guys for illustration purposes. So I would just put this here and hit submit. And then once I hit submit, oh, and I actually got the product one. Make sure as I'm clicking through stuff, make sure you're on the main sitemap. So this is the main sitemap here. You see the extension changed quite a bit. So I would put here. Right. So you would put this here, you would hit submit, and then it's going to give you this line. And initially it's going to tell you that it's processing because it's starting to look at your pages. Once it's done looking at all your pages, it's going to say it's a success. So that is it. That's how you get in the Search Console. That's how you get a sitemap. And if you want to learn all the other things about why Search Console is so great and why I'm even telling you guys how to make sure you set this up, then go and listen to podcast episode number 111, all about Google Search Console and how it helps our businesses. Talk to you soon.